Hello, my name's Terry Bell and welcome to Herb Doc. Today we're going to be discussing Sho-Tai. Sho-Tai is an amazing art. We do a muscle test. We read the eyes, tongue, and teeth. You can read the ears, fingernails, facial expressions, and the feet. It'll go into colors. You can read colors. Remember, it's not supposed to replace a doctor. People come in and they're really sick and they say, I don't believe in doctors. I tell them, have you seen your doctor? Check with your doctor. And if you're on medication, I will never ask you to go off of medication. We work around it. Because if you don't have nutrition, medication is not going to work. So I just work around it. And you tell me what you're on. You really don't have to. I muscle test and find out what you need to get your body going. So we look at your eyes, tongue, and teeth, and we do an assessment. And we do not diagnose, we analyze. And I don't prescribe anything, I just suggest. And I'll work back and forth with you. But if you, let's just say you have cancer. If you have cancer, you have to change your diet because that's how you got there. Because cancer, it's an excess of one or a deficiency of another. In fact, if you're eating the wrong food, like a cow eating meat, it's going to kill you. Mine, what really bothers me is corn, bread, wheat products, and potatoes. Isn't that a bummer? Two nicest foods you'd like to eat, and it'll just make you sick. It makes me sick. Another thing I noticed, if I eat the wrong food, I have to start taking a quarter teaspoon of sea salt in hot water, drink it a half an hour after I eat, in a few minutes I hear and it'll force digesting because it produces hydrochloric acid. Really neat. We're going to go into the teeth reading today. Remember I said there's the eyes, tongue, and teeth, and we'll be reading them. Today is the teeth. And you'd say, looking at the teeth, I mean, what is that going to do? They'll say, well, I have false teeth. That's why we're using some other arts to do this. How did I find out about the teeth? I was looking at people's teeth when they came in. The two teeth on the bottom represent the feet. I drew up the charts. Then the legs, then the hips, and so on. You see that? Feet, legs, and hips. On the top, the brains, the sinus, and the eyes. And this little chart that I have here, you'll see, it tells you right on the chart, and if you look at it close, is the feet, legs, and hips. Now the colors on there will tell you a lot too. That's the brain, sinus, and eyes. Now when we turn that chart over, we find that not only does it tell you the disc or the bone in the body that's bothering you, it'll tell you if it's a pineal, pituitary, eyes, nose, it goes down the line. So you have a tooth that directly affects your heart. Some people have, they're called the eye teeth. You get infection in those eye teeth. I know people that have actually went blind from infection in their teeth. I was one of them. It really disturbed I went blind for a few days. I got a swollen face. I went partly deaf from infected teeth. So I really watch my teeth. The next one, down here I'll go through some of the colors. Like if you notice, there's a brown color. And a brown color on the teeth means liver. Liver means, when you look at it, slowing down of circulation in the body. So that's one of the colors you'd look at. Yellow would represent the kidney. On one of the previous programs I mentioned that, but I'll go over it again. Now if you see blue on the teeth, which we have people with blue teeth, I got pictures of them, it means that propane got into their house and it bothered them, and later they told me they were poisoned by a gas. Okay? Then there's green. Green represents chemicals in the body. If people have orange on their teeth, that represents the pancreas. They have a pancreas problem, and it's affecting the tooth or the organ that's involved with that tooth. So there's a lot you can really read just by reading the teeth. If you have reds, now that tells me that there's radiation, or a different tint of the red could tell me it's a blood problem. Now as we go back to colors and teeth, I'm going to be showing you a few examples of teeth on the screen right away, and you'll notice how neat this is. There's only a few teeth. You say, well, I robbed a few secrets. I don't care if you get 50 secrets off of me on these TV programs, how to read your teeth, tongue, eyes, and what's happening in the body. How to tell yourself if cysts, tumors, fibroids, cancers are forming. You can see that under the tongue. Just go see your doctor and check up. What's the worst thing that can happen? oh, you don't have cancer. I don't think you're going to complain, but at least it's telling you you're on the right track. We're going to go to the TV, and I'm going to go through a few pictures and read out what is showing on your teeth, just the teeth. Then right after this, I'm going to go into magnets, and then I'm going to go into a few things like the color of your urine. Just the color of your urine can tell you if you're having a problem already.
2 years ago, spoke with Terry because I wasn't feeling healthy. I said to him that I was stressed, but I was also feeling lethargic and tired and feeling sick just all around, and I wanted to see him. And so I was introduced to Terry Bell and Sho-Tai.
So he started testing me, and I just started crying, and I said, thank you, Lord, because you know what? I've been telling the doctor how I felt for how many years, and they couldn't find anything. Like, well, they can find stuff, but I mean, she didn't understand exactly.
And after visiting him and having him look at me and read what my body was telling him through Sho-Tai, I was given some herbs and such that I was asked to take for 6 weeks. And I immediately noticed a difference. I get a phone call, and it was my insurance gentleman. I rated in the top 2 and 3%. In other words, he said that I was healthy like a 20-year-old or an athlete, and I was neither. I like to exercise. I don't consider myself an athlete.
Taking a number of other herbs for sore joints. Right now I'm taking a potassium that I got from him because my muscles were getting sore after a period of time. It takes about 2 weeks to get into your system. Then your muscles all start to supple up and the soreness all leaves them.
So Terry Bell, what I love about Sho-Tai is when you go see Terry, you don't have to tell nothing. He's going to test you, and he's going to tell you how you feel, and that's awesome. You don't have to wait for a 6-month test at the hospital or anything like that. You know, he can test you, tell you exactly what's wrong, and treat you with herbs, natural products.
My old ancestors, they would just go in the bush and dig in the ground and pull up a root and bring it out, you know, for a cold or for a pneumonia or anything like that. Or they'd go and pick bark off of a tree. I mean, that's herbs, and I believe we have to get back to that way of living. We can't go to the drugstore and get them prescription drugs because there's 20 side effects usually after them, you know. You don't get that off of herbs.
And I want to hear that you know about my body and that you're not going to ask me to take something that I don't need. I don't want guesses, I want answers.
So if you'll just look at the screen, I will show you on the teeth how colors and the way the tooth is twisted, or by the little marks on the teeth, you can tell what's happening with your bones in your body and the organs and glands. Remember, that's not just the only way we're using of analyzing. We're using muscle testing, reading the eyes, tongue, and teeth. So the first picture right here, these two little posts right there, those are your feet. And you'll notice that they're brown. So brown means liver. Brown means also slowing down of circulation. This person has cold feet. You can see little lines in the teeth if you look close. And those little lines means the bone density is down. Now here's the feet, here's the legs. You look at it, it's a little bit out of shape. And look at the hips. They're tilted in. This means this person has hips that ache all the time. He has a hip problem. And sooner or later, if he doesn't get that fixed, wear a shim in his shoe, get orthotics, they're going to be into getting a hip replacement. The next one. Now, see what I mean about bad teeth? A beautiful person up top, the teeth look beautiful. You look at the bottom, and it looks like the wreck of the Fitzgerald. These two teeth, they're all rotting, and it means the joints are starting to bother this person on the feet, on the legs, and on the hips. Look at the hips, they're slanted in. This is all gray in here. And remember, gray means poor elimination. White means a lot of pain. And the yellow means that the kidneys have bothered this person's legs. And yellow on there, it means they can get clammy or sweaty feet. And the grays mean smelly feet. And what do you do for smelly feet? Some people just use colloidal silver. Spray it on your feet each day or in your shoes. The smell will disappear. Some people use HClO. Add it to a little bit of water, spray it, and it kills all the smells. And they use it for deodorant and everything else. Some people put their feet in bentonite to draw the poison out. The old-fashioned remedy from the natives, just pee on your feet in the shower, wait 2 minutes, and then shower. I'm sure you've had pee on your feet before. What does pee do? Alkaline on the inside, acid on the outside. As soon as the pee touches your feet, the body recognizes it's coming back. It sends a mineral out there to clean your feet up and the smell. The next set of teeth, see, these are the two, this is the brains. And see, the right brain tooth is over the left. That means those people are good with people. And the farther this tooth is over, the more they're good with handicapped people, older people. They got more patience than anybody else. But it means right brain dominant, they're good with music, but especially good with people. Now this tooth right there is short, and this one's in front. It means their sinuses drain to the front of their nose all the time. They always go, and you hear that all the time, it makes you sick. Next one, this mouth, you see, this is brown. And a lot of times, their teeth are tainted, or the bones, by taking antibiotics. So it means something has, what color is that? You see brown and orange? So the antibiotic has bothered the liver, and it has bothered the pancreas a bit. And also see this tooth is slanted in. That means this person has a weak arch in their foot. So the arch of the foot is weak, and that means the knee will start aching and the hips will start aching. And the brown on there means slowing down of circulation, but this tooth shows me the hips are really wearing out at a fast speed. The next one. Now this looks like a nice set of teeth and a good mouth. But remember here, these little shiny dots here on a previous program I did? They were cysts, tumors, and fibroids. They're only in the first stage because they're clear and they're white. Okay, red or highlighted in brilliant red means radiation it's caused from. Now you look right here, this person has a high arch in their foot, not a one dip back. And look at the hip. It's locking in on both sides, and it means their hips are starting to bother their whole frame. Going up the ladder here. Now this person is left brain dominant. Look at how neat this is. This went across here. It means pressure on the lower back. That's what's happening. The left tooth is long. It means they're left brain dominant. Left brain dominant, they're people like teachers, accountants. They have to have everything in order. More order than normal. Now, if this tooth starts sliding over the top of that one, like that, you see that? Slides over, then that person becomes more and more and more meticulous. Very good as a bookkeeper. This one. This picture will show you something a little different. Look at this. Here are the feet. They wore their feet, legs, and hips out. These are false teeth here. Look beautiful. But look down right here. The roots are starting to show. That means those people are aching in the heels, the feet, the foot, the legs, the whole legs are aching. And if you're ever under pressure of leg pain, oh, it never ends. And you want to get it done. So back and forth, I do a muscle test, and I find out what are your bones missing. You might only be missing vitamin D. The next one takes salmon oil, he's doing okay. Next one says, I took sulfur and I'm doing really good. The last one could say, I took copper and all my pain disappeared. That's right. That's why we do a muscle test and find out what you're missing, not what you think you're missing. And that's why this can be so effective. So from these few slides, you could get a hold of our station and talk to Jenny, and she will tell you how to get on courses if you want to start training in this, how to read the eyes, tongue, and teeth, and do a muscle test. Right after this message, I will be talking about magnets. Okay, we're back to talk about a couple exciting products. One of them is called bentonite. And what it is, it's a product that was found, they were trying to poison the rats. and they thought the rats were immune to the poison. They would go down into the ground, eat the mud, come up, and poop out the poison. A lot of people have psoriasis or eczemas. This was one of our most amazing products for psoriasis and eczema. You take 2 twice a day, and you always take water with your herbs or vitamins. If you get constipated, you would take magnesium, vitamin C, or increase your water. Bentonite. For psoriasis and eczema, it was very good for somebody with diarrhea. It was an amazing product for stopping diarrhea. But other people used it for different things. They would take the powder, mix it with a little bit of water, and stick it on their face, pat it on their face, and let it dry, and it starts to pull, and then they spray it with water and let it dry again, it really pulls, and they'd wash it off. And they found that their pimples and acne and their complexion became better and better because bentonite is charged negative, like oxygen, and it draws impurities to it to get rid of them. Okay, another really neat product is silica. Look it up on the internet, silica. Diatomaceous earth. Okay, that's one of the things you could look it under. Silica, food grade silica. Animals will eat their own BM. They spread silica on the ground, they go straight for the silica, and it stops them from doing that. They're short of that mineral in the body. Silica is for hair, skin, and nails. A lot of people have psoriasis and eczema, 2 tablespoons twice a day in juice or water, stir it, and drink it. There's no taste. And their skin gets clearer and better. I noticed saggy skin starts on our customers, their skin started to tighten up. Saggy skin disappearing. So you don't look like an old prune. You look like a young date. Okay? Silica, very amazing for hair, skin, and nails, and dry, itchy skin. A lot of people use that just for a bowel cleanser. So now we're really into this program today. You'll notice I'm going to do magnets. And what an amazing little thing, a magnet. You'd think, what does a magnet do? A magnet, the North and South Pole. There's a dot right on this magnet. That dot means turn away from the body. You take this magnet and you slip them apart like that. You slip them apart. Watch they don't pinch you. This magnet is so strong, look it, it'll go right through my hand. Those are only $10 each. How I'd slip this on my garment, I just put this one side and take the other one and pop it on. You're not going to make a mistake. See the little dot? Should be pointing away from the body. Positive away from the body, negative to the body. And people put this on their shoulder, they have a sore shoulder. A lot of people put it on their collar, slip it underneath and on the inside. Some people, if it's touching their skin, it'll irritate them. So they put a little bit of duct tape, cut it around, and that's the part that's touching the skin. The negative to the skin. You can put that on your back. Some people put it in their shoes, and it gives them energy all day and their legs stop aching. Some people put it in between their eyes at night. It helps them go to sleep because it settles the brain down. Some people put it on a toothache. If you've got an earache, set it on your ear. It's amazing how many things you can put it on. Some people put it in their orthotic. They drill a little hole at the front, slap the magnet in, and stick that into their shoes. And their body feels energized all day. You can put them on your water pipe. So you take this magnet, put 2 of them together. If you have a metal pipe, you do not want metal to metal. So you wrap it with duct tape, stick the magnet on, dot out. Wrap it around so it doesn't sweat. 4 inches away, you put another magnet. Wrap it around, put the magnet, then wrap. You don't want the pipe touching metal. 4 inches until you've done 6 of them. Now the water runs through there and you'll say, how is it purified? First of all, rust is iron oxide. And when you have iron oxide, it's rust in the water. Put electricity, it frees up the oxygen, the rust falls to the bottom, the oxygen continues on. So you say, how did the shale start falling off my shower? Calcium, magnesium is released. We got it on our pipes in our house, and it cut down the soap in our laundry. Amazing. They put it on a gas tank. Remember, negative to the gas. They fill it with some goop from Home Hardware, glue it on so it doesn't rust, and it starts charging the gas. And you start getting a little better mileage, a little better. Look up on the internet, Toyota did a test on it and found amazing results with magnetizing your gas. Now, another neat little thing about magnets. This is a necklace, and it's a magnetic necklace, and it breaks in half, and people that are on a computer, if they don't have a magnet on their back, they should have a little magnetic necklace on their neck. And I'm saying they should, because if I go on a computer for 1 hour, some people are on it 8 hours a day, my neck aches to no end. But I notice if I pop that little magnetic necklace on, the aching disappears and it stays away, and it keeps the muscles flowing and stops the electricity from interfering with my body. Okay, amazing little magnetic necklace. You can phone the number on the screen and order it. They're $40, but it'll be the best $40 you ever spent. And this other one, the best $20 you ever spent on magnets. But if you put them on your water pipes, it's going to cost 20 times 6 is 120 bucks. You'll notice the water will feel better and better on your skin, even when you shower. Some people put it on hot water tanks. Some people use it in their shoes to purify their blood. But the magnet, once you start wearing it, you won't want to quit wearing it. It's such a cheap insurance to keep your body healthy. And a magnet makes you feel better and better. I know, I wear one most of the time. Some days I don't. I wear it most of the time. Thank you. Now we will go on to, after this message, all about how to read the urine. Now I'm going to tell you about an amazing product called silver. The controversy on this product, if you look on the internet, is amazing. It tells you how horrible silver is. Silver, look it up. This bottle here is $40, 12 parts per million. And what you can use that for, if you have an infection, you spray it on it. You take and gargle if you have a sore throat. If you burn in the sun or anything, spray it on. Never spray this on and go out in the sun. People spray it on and go out in the sun. You get a sunburn, the silver goes into the skin and you look like a silver bullet. Okay, if you did that, you can spray it on after and it works really well. Okay, some people had turned blue on the internet, and you know what happened? They drank a glass of this a day, 50 parts per million. Now that's being a little bit silly and a little bit expensive. I only use silver when I have an ailment. If I get a sore throat, I gargle 2 tablespoons every hour for a minute and then swallow it. You can use it for smelly feet, spray somebody's rotten feet. Armpit spray, somebody has bad BO, spray it. Some people have a smelly body all the time. Just spray the body and the body will start smelling better and better. Some people use it for a water purifier. Very amazing for infections. Read up on it. We have a little pamphlet. Once you see it, you won't want to be without it. The next product I've got is selenium. Selenium is missing in the soil. Selenium, amazing, amazing product, a mineral in the body. Usually selenium will not absorb without vitamin E. Vitamin E makes you absorb selenium. So sometimes I have to test if you have enough vitamin E. Remember, vitamin E is to get rid of excessive fat. If you ate a hamburger that day, you need 1 vitamin E plus another one. It also breaks down scar tissue. But selenium, people have cardiomyopathy. They take selenium, that means the muscle's gone weak, and it starts putting the muscle back in rhythm. Some people have a lung disease. The lungs will not open and close. Selenium, 2 a day, 1 breakfast, 1 supper. Selenium, a calf will fall down on the ground, they can't get up. Farmers know that. They give the shot to the calf, selenium, bang, he's up on his feet. Some people with MS take selenium and E and get the power back in their legs. You're feeling weak in the arms, selenium and E. Very amazing. Selenium, if you need that, contact our placer number and we'll tell you where to get a good one. Get one in a capsule, 200 micrograms. Tablet you don't want, you want the capsule. Now you would think there's a lot of signs on the body giving off we don't even recognize. One of them is urine. And guys for certain will be looking at their urine all the time. Maybe a woman not as much. But just looking at your urine will tell you something. If your urine is foamy, that means fat is breaking down in the body. Now, if your urine, remember the colors I went through just previously on this show, certain colors. If it's getting dark and it's black, it's starting getting chronic. You got to see your doctor because you definitely have a kidney problem. If it's yellow or gold, you have a digestion problem. If it's fluorescent yellow, you know that gasoline is interfering with your kidneys. Some people have little white streams in their urine. And my nephew had that, and when we called the doctor said that's called a milkworm. In fact, it's a parasite in their urine. If you ever bleed from you got blood in your urine or bleed from the bladder, you know right away, check with your doctor. They phone me up and say they're bleeding, check with your doctor. First thing I tell them, and I don't want you not to check with your doctor. Doctors know right away. Now, if your doctor says there's nothing wrong, it's good to come and check. At least I told you of your rights. Bleeding could be caused by a stone, a kidney stone. And some people hold a little sieve and catch it and look at the little stones and they're jagged. The other one, if you have a kidney stone, I won't have to tell you have it. It's wickedly painful. The other one, bleeding from blood in the urine or bleeding from the bladder, is a signal of cancer could be coming on. Don't panic, see your doctor, and then I'll tell you a natural remedy that you can use to clean the stones out of your gallbladder, your pancreas, your bladder, or your kidney. So urine is really neat. Reading your own urine, you'll see, oh, I'm starting to become pretty good at this. Okay, it's really neat. So as you watch these shows, as they go on back and forth, you'll write down little notes and it'll tell you signals you can look for if you're healthy or not. And when to see your doctor, when to see your herbalist. Remember, as a herbalist, I don't want you to quit your doctoring. I want you to see your doctor. Do not quit your medication on your own. Figure out what you have to do. And if you start feeling good, you and your doctor can decide if you want to quit medication. But remember, if you don't have nutrition, you don't have good health. Medicine will not work without good nutrition.